Blunk, and now you're under my control.
We also have Jules in the house. What's up? What's up? Jules in the house. This is going to be a very difficult podcast to do.
Oh, really, dude?
Why is it being Jewish an insult to you, Nick?
I'm a motherfucking monster.
I give him a year.
Schmeeming room. Yes, and we're going to see Rick interview Rick Glassman. You know, they were on the show Undateable together. They were also seen at a lot of those game nights with Dane Cook. Remember, we saw Glassman there. I don't trust this Glassman. This Hooper. I don't trust Glassman at all. I think he's just as sick and twisted in the head when it comes to women as Chris is. I really do. You know, for him to read all these allegations and even see I'm sure he's seen the new ones. You know, it's all over the scene. For him to sit there and be so just having a ball with Chris, I mean, it's disgusting. It's like, at the very least, I don't know. To me, even if you have allegations, it's like, it's over for you. You're stinky. You're gross. You're dirty. You know what I mean? I'm not going to I can't wait to go see. And Chris D'Elia ignored you. You know, when you guys were on Undateable together, Chris D'Elia hated you. Every time you made a joke and the crew laughed, believe me, he was going, who the fuck is this guy? Can we get him out? He hated you. The only thing he liked about you was that he saw that maybe you could keep a secret, huh? He saw that you were kind of like him, the degrader. You know, I'd love a movie where it's Chris D'Elia and Rick Glassman wearing Night at the Roxbury outfits. And what is it called? The Never Tell Tour? Where it's Rick Glassman and Chris D'Elia and maybe Brian Callen.
I think it was about Callen.
But how nice would that be to see the three of them with the Night at the Roxbury outfits just going out and they're just blatantly, come out to the tour, lady, see what happens.
But never tell.
Never tell. Imagine Glassman throwing you on that bed. Okay, sorry, Rick. That's how you come off to me.
Now, this episode was basically a dull cry-a-thon
really dull
for Chris.
And, you know, Chris was media trained to cry, trained by the same person that trained the actress to cry on Better Call Saul. You know, she described this last week. She said, you know, they're like, your crying scenes were so brilliant. You know, they were so gut-wrenching. How did you get in a character to do that? And she's like, well, you know, it's like they always say, like, try to not cry. You know, that's really going to be what sells it, is holding in a cry. So with my character, that's really what I was trying to do. It's not your character, by the way. It's you. You're her. Okay? Were you wearing a costume? No. It's you. So that's what Chris is doing in this episode. He's doing the very contemporary, simple to dimple actress trick of pretend you're trying to hold in from crying. That will be more believable. Shia LaBeouf uses this every day. All right, let's see the opening, and let's see how sickening this could get. I got a great clip for you from here.
Wow, it smells really nice in here.
Thanks, man.
Where do we go?
I'm there?
Yeah, you
Keep
got
it
the
on the
blanket
brown.
set up. I see it.
Keep it on the brown.
There he
Keep this
comes.
on the brown, or keep myself on the brown?
Anything
Keep an eye. A couple things about Chris, bro. Keep an eye on how he dresses. All black, sexy, huh? Keep in mind that this man is fully dyeing his hair.
He's snaping out.
So he's got a full gray, like when you see his close-up, his mustache and beard is like mine. Even grayer, in fact. But his hair remains jet black. Interesting. I find that very offensive, by the way, when people dye their hair to cover up what I find to be beautiful about me. So, yeah, I find that to be very offensive. And then the next thing I want you to keep in mind is how he purchased himself in this disgusting couch that Ricky needs to cover because of his fake Asperger's.
Tray.
And tan is, kind of brownish.
Oh, and then we have that clip of Rick where we caught him at the awards ceremony. That's in this too. Great. Okay, watch this. You're going to love it.
Yeah, it's tan.
Let me catch my breath.
Show,
Very pukey today.
It's out.
Oh, is it?
You got a long way to go.
Dude, I have seen your podcast. I like your podcast, I want to say. It's actually very good.
You're amazing.
I want people to know I think it's very good.
To your camera?
Take Your Shoes Off is very good. Take your shoes off is very good.
Ooh.
Use the second one.
Yeah, because the first
So
one.
he knows his intent. He knows his agenda. It's to come here and trick all the queers that listen to Ricky Glassman show, get him on his side. Take this one, get this one out of the way. So, yes, the first thing. Oh, I love your listeners. Oh, I love your show. Oh, I love the whole community around it. Yeah, right. I mean, this guy, he doesn't know anything about the internet. He don't love this community. He doesn't love
Being
them.
raped by Chris is just about the worst
Yeah,
guy.
I mean,
you could
look at
ever,
this.
Like, I think someone was just mentioning the Arcade Fire guy getting called out for a bunch of shit this week.
Imagine being raped.
And
And you'll
it's
see it
like-
gets worse. Let's pause on him at his
He's-
worst. Oh, let's save that for when we pause on him here.
Averted my eyes. I get when I'm
You'll see.
like being open and looking and telling the truth. That sometimes you want to avert your eyes. It's uncomfortable, right? You did it already?
No, still producer Rick. Just
All right.
enjoy yourself. We'll jump cut it. I gotta focus it.
That's not what a jump cut is. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to get to a nice part for you so you could see what he's
Please,
doing.
God, don't stop on I Am Phenomenal.
No, we cannot stomach that
If I
one more
hear that
time.
again, I'm going to...
Okay, you got to see how Chris is sitting. This is just totally unacceptable. Watch this.
But what is it?
When they cut to the white, look at this. Hold on, let's wait for that little bar to go away. The way he is, I mean, he's on a man's couch, another man's couch. I've never seen the legs wider. He's got to shoot. That would be like if I put my foot up onto this. It's just too much. Look at how he sits there. That bothers
I
me.
thought I knew what was important in
What
life.
did you think what was
Well,
important?
I never stopped to think about what's important in life. I would just be like, get more, get more,
we
get
see
more,
that?
Yeah.
more money, more fame, whatever the fuck it was. And that's just, and people would be like, that's not what life's about. And I would be like, all right. You know what I mean? I mean, you know me and you've known me.
Yeah, because you think they thought. Did you think they were?
Look at Sicky Ricky. That's not, Delia doesn't think that's cool anymore. That's not a wingman for Delia with that Sicky Ricky hairdo. All right, let's get, and look at what Chris is. Yeah, imagine this guy raping you.
I know, like
He looks like his cartoons. I mean, he really looks like the cartoon versions they make of him. Look
That's
at
maybe
that.
why I feel so passionate about these girls who were wronged
Yeah.
by him, because
Look how he's
imagine
sitting.
being
Imagine
in
this
that
crotch.
position.
And he's doing his moves,
Just about the
his
worst
Callan.
guy.
He's doing his Callan moves. Come and suck at this. He's doing all that kind of crap. Look at that slimy Chrissy. That's probably not even his real name. His real name is probably like Damien or something, All right, let's see. They had to change it to Chris because it was just getting out of control at the house. All right, let's go to the first time code. And I'm really interested, when I was walking.
609.
Is that, now what's that going to be about?
The Rick
609?
thing.
Oh,
The
okay.
award
We'll
show.
do this first, and then we'll get back to Chris.
Oh,
so,
sorry.
yeah, this cuts away. This is interesting. You can cut to me. I have caught Rick Glassman doing something really sick here, and that's why it's in the same episode. Rick cuts to other things that he's done during the podcast. It shows you a little bit of everything. And I don't know if you knew this, Rick got cast as the main lead in this show about retards. I'm not kidding. Called what is it called? Someone Like Us?
As We See It.
As We See It. Okay, this is a real show. What channel?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. He's been promoting this for a year. Some of you have seen it. Some of you have heard me talk about it. It's the reason I don't trust people with Asperger's, or what do they call it?
Autism?
Autism, yes. Woo.
But you do understand them better.
I understand them better, but I do not trust them. I find them to be almost a violent, scary part of this world that needs to be eliminated. But and the autist will get extremely mad because of that, and that's the problem. Autists,
It's a joke to them.
If you don't tell an autist that you are joking and sign a deed with them about it,
You have to do a
you're
contract.
fucking dead. If an autist doesn't know you're joking, consider your life over. They will haunt you for the rest of your time.
But if you say it's a joke, then
Yeah.
I'll go, oh, cool.
Oh, okay. They get it immediately.
So you just gotta say it.
So
It's
on
fine.
Rick's show, listen to this show Rick does. It's called As We See It. It's about the lives of three separate tards with Asperger's living in a house, tarding it up. So Rick acts like extra. Rick has Asperger's, so he claims. But in the show, he acts extra like tardo as part of his role.
But he's acting. That's fine.
And he's acting. Fine.
It's the
Now,
role.
I watched this show, and again, the first episode, I think, taught me how autismos can't. They say this in the show that we don't understand jokes unless you tell us it's a joke. So that's why so many people get mad on the internet about Red Bar. They tune in, they think, and imagine if you were sitting at home, and imagine now that everything I'm saying is legit from top to bottom. That would drive you mad.
So you can't really blame
You
them.
would be sitting at home going, we must stop him.
No wonder they hate us.
So this is real. If you do not tell an autist, you're kidding, they don't know most of the time. And they can't get offended at this because they're the ones who are telling the world this now. That's their info. Wish you would have told us sooner. Feel like that's something the president needs to tell us every morning. Think about what this world, every problem in this world might be caused by this group of autistic people.
But I'm sure they've solved problems.
Oh,
too.
yeah. What do they solve?
Rockets and stuff.
Yeah,
Come on,
please.
you can't do that. You do the jokes, they do the rockets.
Nope.
It's fair.
Nope. They're not making rockets. They're making data thievery devices. They're stealing. That's all they've done is use their power to steal. It went from Brainiac to let's just steal. Let's just steal while we just pretend we're not. That's all they do now. So they steal or they get you wrong. You're fucked either way. All right, here they are. Let me show you this. But here's where we caught Rick doing something really sick. Rick was up for an award. Some steamy, I don't know, some piece of shit real award. So he's going to cut to the award ceremony where Rick wins an award for best tard on this Amazon Prime series. But we caught Rick doing something absolutely disgusting. And I think you'll notice. What time, Jules?
That is at 6:09.
6:09. So watch this. This is Rick on stage accepting his award, and we noticed something a little off.
So what'd you win that for? Well, I know you won it for, but what is it?
This.
You don't know what I won it for.
You won it for the show, as we see it.
Yeah. It's HCA award.
And that stands for?
Look at that.
Hollywood Critics Association. Cut to a clip.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, my God. So Rick's going to accept this award. We all know how Rick Glassman acts, right? We've seen hundreds of hours of his podcast. But watch how he acts.
He's very quick. He has an answer for everything.
Yes.
He's always joking.
Watch how he acts
Smart guy.
Watch how he acts when the world is giving him an award for playing a tard. Remember, this whole thing is, oh my God, tards are so great. Let's give them awards. Oh, isn't this great? A tard. So is he gonna milk?
By the way, they're saying H. Foley.
H. Foley on screen. You got it. There he is. Oh, I was going to do a perfect H. Foley, I swear, but I got caught in a hiccup. You can see H. Foley dying laughing. That's how Thank you. Who said that?
Let me see.
They get the coat. Yes. You want a coat. You want it? You want that long coat from the beginning?
Let's see.
You want this coat for saying H. Foley?
Flesh breaks.
Flesh break. Do you want this coat? Email me. $1,200. I think it fits you great.
But only accept it if you think it's going to fit. Okay,
this should
be honest.
fit you great. Look at this. Look at this. Step inside. I want to get you to step inside. Here you go. Here, put this on. Put this on. Oh, that fits you great. That's what they said to me at the store. Meanwhile, here I am giving away the coat. I don't know if he won the coat, but that is H. Foley. Somebody send that to H. Foley with a screenshot of this. Red Bar covers H. Foley. Here, screenshot this. Wait, here, I'll do it better. Red Bar covers H. Foley. Thank you. And
He says, I don't think it'll fit.
Oh, you don't want the $1,200 free coat that you could still return?
No, I want the person who wins it to actually wear it.
We'll rip off the tags. I'll put graffiti all over swastikas all over the inside.
He deserves another prize, so email.
You try to sell that coat, you're going to get caught with a hidden swastika in the arm.
I want this coat to live on. I want to be hearing updates about the adventures this coat is going on. Okay,
in
really
the
expensive.
coat, we're going to write a lot of stuff about how you plan on killing people and stuff. So if you try to sell that coat, you're fucked.
But email us anyway and say it was flesh breaks, and we'll think of some kind of prize.
The rules. So many rules here.
Women.
So many rules. Okay, this is Rick Glassman accepting his speech or accepting his award and giving a speech in an unusual manner that I think is wrong. Watch this.
To the Hollywood Critics Association. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you, Lizzo. Say hi, Lizzo. She's probably watching right now. Say hi, Lizzo.
I got to work with these actors once
Here it is. So this is Rick Glassman's producer. And here are the tards. This is like an actual retard who's in the show.
Yes, that's the other thing. The other two people are way worse off than Glassman.
The other two actors, it's about these three tards. Both of these, this woman, this Chinese woman, and this fat guy, are actual tards. Like, they can't cooperate with the public. Rick Glassman has like the most mild, if any, case of autism. I mean, he's able to speak and work as normal. He doesn't have any weird tics or weird problems, not like these guys. So watch this.
And part of it, it became really one of the most special experiences I've ever had doing this. And so I'm very, very lucky to be sharing the stage with them. You guys want to...
So here's Ricky, and he's already acting a little weird. I've seen Ricky really act like Chris D'Elia most of the time. I mean, usually Rick acts like Chris D'Elia, a real ladies' man. He's sharp, he's with it, he's the wittiest guy in the room. That's what he's usually portraying. Well, look at the Ricky that America sees as a tard. Is he acting any different? Let's find out. Look at him.
The show is very important to us.
Is he doing the unthinkable?
It's my understanding that Lizzo is watching tonight.
Why is he talking like that? Well, I'll tell you why. He wants America to think he's challenged, so he can get extra props for the award. He's literally going up there going, you're imitating one of your tards?
If everyone thinks he's really...
Oh, no. He might get he wants a career out of this. He's the tard who could act.
It's the thing that you can't really hire people for roles that don't belong to this community.
Yes, so he wants to get roles as a tard, and again, they're going to give him extra applause, thinking, look at what he could do. He could talk. This is like when Kramer was mistaken for being deaf or something, right? I don't know. Watch this. See, they can see. This is all real.
It's my understanding that Lizzo is watching tonight. And I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to invite her to come onto my...
Why are you speaking in broken tardish? He doesn't talk like that. He doesn't lean like this and go, I. Never once. This is like over the line. Bro.
I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to invite her to come onto my podcast.
This is gross.
So that's the Take Your Shoes Off podcast. It's more important now than ever.
He took on the life of a T-tard. I can't believe what I saw. That's sick. And I can't believe your dad.
I was like in the other room.
And then he
when
bends down and he like, look,
he
he accepts all of his applause like he's Rain Man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's not how you act. Here, this other tard is going to. Look at this.
Also, it's my understanding that Lizzo's watching.
See, this guy actually acts like this. This is a real tard. You don't make fun of him. All right. Well, I thought that was sick. Let's get back to the Delia episode, and let's go to that first Delia time code that's really disturbing.
About him crying?
No. The one that's
skip that one.
Really disturbing.
His crying is boring. 30:05.
This is the one no one's showing you. People, you've heard, Chris Delia's crying on Glassman. Bullshit. Yeah, I saw Shia LaBeouf crying after he dismantled a woman. What is this time code here?
30:05.
30:05. There's something more shocking than crying, more shocking than alleged rape. 30:05, and you'll hear it. You're going to be absolutely sickened. Listen to this.
Not engaged, if I'm not laughing and playing, I check out constantly.
Yeah, I know. It's a real tough thing. And I think that in a way is running from shit because like I just don't want to sit and think about how I feel, bro.
Okay, this is where he's getting choked up. I don't want to sit around and think about how I feel. Okay, that's fine. Either do I, but he takes it one step too far. Watch this.
Sit and think about how I feel, bro. I try to, but like, I would never listen to music, and I don't listen to music because I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel in my thoughts.
I don't listen to music because I don't want to feel.
Oh, really, dude?
Do you want to hear that again? This is real, and he thinks this shows how sick he is. He thinks this is normal. He thinks that this is an option. I'll let you know at home, if you're like that, check into a doctor. Check into a doctor before you do something to yourself or someone else. If you can't listen to music because it makes you feel and that makes you please see a doctor. Trust me, that is not a normal feeling. Here.
I try to, but like, I would never listen to music, and I don't listen to music because I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel in my thoughts. I want, I don't do drugs, and I want to be stimulated in a way, and I want to be not feeling that lonely part, and that.
By the way, it shouldn't make you feel that unless you're listening to I don't know what songs he's listening to that are making him feel so painful.
I mean, even a sad feeling that you get from music should feel kind of good.
It's not supposed to actually trigger you. I've never been triggered by a song in my life. So, very interesting. Did we have any other clips from this experience here? Okay, there he is. He's still lying, I believe. Allegedly lying. There he is. Sicko, Chris Delia, don't listen to music. It's too painful. Yikes.